Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian and book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today I get to share with you this book called George the Flybot and the Treasure of Cocos Island by Nessa Bolito-Schwartz and illustrated by Jason Fruchter. George is a flybot, a robotic fly with some remarkably human tendencies. He's been created to find missing objects that can help to fund and support research and conservation efforts of wildlife around planet Earth. His fourth mission is taking him to Cocos Island in search of pirate treasure, but when he gets there, he learns he must trust the local residents in order to find the treasure he's looking for. But trust is not easy to come by, and he'll have to dig deep in order to secure it and complete his mission. This fourth in the George the Flybot series continues the saga of George the Flybot, and while there is a little bit of reminder of what happened before, it's best for readers to have some familiarity with those first three books before jumping into this one. It is written for readers who are getting to be a little bit more comfortable with longer literature. It has some longer sentences, longer chapters, more challenging vocabulary, richer narrative structure, but there's also a lot of white space. There are illustrations throughout, so it really blends all the things that emerging confident readers need in order to gain that confidence and keep it going throughout the book. So the story itself, not tremendously long. It follows a lot of the pattern of the previous stories, but it does investigate a new side of the social emotional spectrum in this book, as George is trying to determine who's telling him the truth, who maybe is saying something that sounds good but means something maybe a little bit different. And he is learning that a mistake that he made in the previous book might be something he needs to remedy with his boss before he can move forward. So he has some challenging social emotional things that he is trying to overcome in this book, which is clever that it's coming from not only a fly, but a robot fly. So you have lots of human characteristics that are coming from this very tiny animatronic creature. And even though he is just a little robot, readers are going to empathize with him a lot and connect with him, just like his friend Petey does back at home. So it's a clever story, and it also incorporates a true-to-life story. So even though this is fiction, there is a note at the end that talks about the real story that led to this book being created. So for readers who are looking for some emerging chapter book literature, who also like mysteries and friendship stories, and ones that might have a little bit of truth to them, this is a really clever and enjoyable selection to read, as is the rest of the series. If this sounds like a great fit for you or for someone you know, I hope you look for it wherever you get your books.